You got it? You got it? Hang around. You got it? Shit yard flaps. Shipyard flaps.
Shipyard flaps.
That's right.
Wait, did you say shipyard flaps?
Shipyard flaps, I think.
No, you said shipyard flaps.
This is the kick-ass cable kit that you get some lugs and so forth. I'm not sure what type of cable this is. No idea. I'll open it up. It's not a huge fuse. Oh, it's fused. That's great. Fuses, guys. Whenever you connect up to a power supply, fuse it. That's all I've got to say. Fuse the power supply. I don't know what size this is. It's got lugs on all sides. The conductor size I'm not sure. They got no fuse. But the conductor is not the insulator, so I can't measure the outside of it and say the conductor X amount. I'll have to work it out when I cut it, if I cut it, or whatever I do. Probably good for this cable here. Might be good for 40-50 amps, I'd say, something like that by the looks of it. I can't see what the insulation says without my glasses. $105, that's not bad, guys. 105, 600 volt, 8 gauge PVC polyvinyl chloride. I'd be a bit sceptical of 105. I would have thought PVC was either 70, 90. Okay, 105 is okay. It's good temperatures. You can put that on the bottom of the car without too much to do. It shouldn't melt unless you draw too much current through it. So they're quite good. They're quite good cables. They're not bad. I was a bit worried about that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the cable ties too much. What are these? Got some lugs. Some lugs. Another spare fuse. I'm assuming it's a spare fuse. 80 amp fuse, guys. 80 amp. I didn't think they would carry 80 amp. Maybe for a short period of time. I wouldn't connect that up to 80 amp. I'll have to measure it up and find out. I'd say at least 50 amp, yeah, I wouldn't put 80 amp. I'd be a bit worried about 80 amp. The thing with fuses, guys, is that fuses provide good short circuit protection. Good short circuit, particularly if they're quick blow fuses. I mean, you get 3 types of fuses. You get quick blow fuses, normal fuse, and slow blow. So different characteristics in the fuses themselves. But here I've got 4 yellow lugs. Yellow is usually 4mm. I wonder if that's 4. That looks more than 4mm. So let's measure and find out. I'm not looking for that. Anyway, we'll put that away. We'll put that away in there. That's all that on the table. Well, that's the kick-ass. This is not a kick-ass battery monitor. Okay, that's just a battery monitor that you plug into Anderson. That's going to let me know how much power a bit of history, I suppose, how much power the canopy is using over a period of time, I'm hoping. Basic information. It's not overly expensive. They're like $30-40 or something. They weren't overly expensive. That's a kick-ass product that I've been looking at for with my canopy set up. My solar panels, I can use it on solar panels as well. I have no idea what they are, what power I'm using, what I'm consuming, and what's coming out and what's not. And the next packet here, another package. Ah yes, this one has a few things. Has a battery monitor. This is from 4Drive Super Centre. A battery monitor. I want to try the clear top canvas bag and heads-up display. Heads-up display. I have a little trouble seeing at night time. My speedo at night when I'm driving. And I thought I'd try the heads-up display. It's not overly expensive. Curio, what's this? Curio label, I know. That's King's clear top bag. That's awfully small. It's awfully small for a clear top bag. I thought it might be bigger than that. What's that one? That one there is Illuminated Max LED strip lights. That's a strip light. That's a freebie. One of the freebies that I got with my order. That there is King's description battery monitor. That's the battery monitor. I'll talk about that in a minute. This I think was the canvas clear top bag. No, that was the LED strip light. LED strip light 4 meter. Illuminated Max from King's. Made in China. Made in China. Try and buy Australian. Tell you what, guys, I've got a pan, an Australian made pan coming in. The next few days, hopefully it'll be here. Made from Solid Technics. Australian company, made in New South Wales somewhere. They had a Kickstarter campaign running some months ago. And I ordered the 21cm raw iron. It was an iron pan. It wasn't cast iron, it was iron. It's not cast. I don't know how they fabricate it, whether they use heating methods, induction heaters, and they form it or whatever. I don't know enough about it. But it'll be interesting to see when it comes out. When I finally get it, the induction, the actual pan. It's supposed to work on all surfaces, on putting the oven on the stovetop campfire. These new what do they call infrared induction cooktops and so forth. All those sorts of cooktops, it will operate on those as well. But at the end of the day, it's I bought the 21cm one, and then I've been waiting for it to come out. It's been a while because they needed support for the campaign to take off. And they needed $20,000 to be able to support the campaign. Well, guys, I kid you not, I think they got over $500,000 to support the campaign. They were over the moon, so much over the moon that they decided to bring out an 18cm one and a 26cm one as well. A campaign ended recently. We saw Technics and Kickstarter, and I got the order in for that one as well. That should be in towards the end of the year. But guys, over $500,000 to help Australian companies out. Gives yourselves a pat on the back, everybody who supported the campaign, because that we need more of that here in Australia. We need more Kickstarter campaigns like that to help our companies out here in Australia, help them get kickstarted and manufacturing again. And that is one great way of doing it. I think I don't think we make pans here in Australia. This is a one-piece pan. The handle and everything is part of the pan. There's no pot rivet or anything like that. Handle's built into it. It's all part of one piece. So I'll show you that when that comes in the next few days. And yeah, but that'll be a different story. Anyway, this is the light that I got from. What's the light called? What's it called? King's Illuminated Max LED strip light 4 meters. Okay. It comes in a reel. I'm assuming this is something I'm not sure whether you don't stick it anywhere. I'm assuming it's got no backing on it, it's just rubber. I think it's just a white light. One LED. Once again, I can't see without the glasses. All my glasses. There's two contacts, a positive, negative. 12 watt, positive 12 watt, negative 12 watt. There's a couple of resistors on there. R10, R9. So they're all the resistors. And LED lights and the. So you can probably cut these if you want to. To a length. They come with a little remote. Let's say a restart remote on off. Yeah, just a two pin remote and a bit of an extension cable. Now, lighting for my, I bought another light up here too. I'll show you that in a moment. Show you that light when I get to it. I'm struggling with lighting. I've got a canopy on the back of the truck, and I need lighting all the way around the canopy. I need lighting over the kitchen. I need white light and I need yellow light, yellow, orange, whatever. I need that colour light. I need light where my fridge is going to be, because I'm going to have to go to the fridge at night time or get around the other side of the canopy. I need lighting there. I have orange light there, it's not an issue. I pulled out the drawer that was in the back of the centre of the canopy, that rear drawer that comes right out. I pulled that out. The reason I pulled that out was because when I put the rooftop tent on the canopy, I had to bring the canopy back, and the truck just went from being level to sagging down a little bit, so it was too much weight on the back of the truck. So I pulled the crane. I pulled the crane off the back of the truck, the hoist, the firewood hoist that I used to pick up firewood, and that bullhorn, whatever it is, that thing, that pipe that goes on the back, pulled that back and tried to bring the canopy forward as much as I could and lighten it up. I lightened it up a lot. I lightened the canopy up quite a lot. There was too much steel in it. It was aluminium canopy, but that drawer, the drawer was aluminium. That wasn't the issue. The issue was the undercarriage. The actual, what the drawer actually ran on. It was 50 mil square tubings, SHS. And yeah, thick. It was, it was overkill for what it was, and just the weight. And I ripped out the drawer on the side, and I'll show you next time I'm out by the canopy and I'll look at the rooftop tent. I'll show you the canopy what I've done. But I ripped out the drawer on the sides, the actual drawer, the one drawer that the fridge sat on. I ripped that out, and that had reinforcing underneath, reinforced steel. Heavy drawer as well. I must have shaved 200-300 kilos. I haven't weighed it, but I must have shaved a good, at least over 100, 200 or 300 kilos off the truck to get that the rooftop tent on and bring the canopy forward. It's running nice and level now. It's running quite nice, but geez, it was heavy, and it had to come back too far past the rear axle. So not that I was illegal. I'm allowed to come out X amount. There's a 60-40 ratio between your wheelbase and what you can hang at the rear of the vehicle, according to Vic roads. But I didn't like the steering was starting to get a bit too light steering. No, I don't like a light steering. I want to be able to have a nice steering. So I brought the whole canopy forward. The rooftop tent went on top, which is I think 90 kilos plus the bedding, say 100 kilos with the rooftop tent. So I put 100 kilos on the roof, but I shaved 200-300 kilos off the back of the canopy. Sorry about that, to run a couple of errands. We've also got a new delivery today from Dun & Watson. I don't know what to say about this light. I haven't used it, but there's no sticky stuff on the back, so how are you supposed to, what it comes with, or how you use it's meant to be used. I think I'll just stick this in a canopy somewhere, somehow I can use it. I'm not too sure yet, because I've got more lights there. But this was just a freebie. I got to have some Velcro tie downs and some instruction manual, user manuals, 4 metre And then strip, well, it's just a strip light, white lights. I think it was a freebie that came with a, when you buy from Kings, they're throwing something for free for you. Can't complain about it. If I can use it, I'll use it. If I can't, I'll see what I can use it. The problem is with the canopy with lighting is hard because you need I need lighting to get it up and down off the up and down from the rooftop tent. I need some lighting there. I need some lighting when I'm cooking. When I'm cooking, I need white light and a yellow light. On the other end, it doesn't really matter by the fridge. The fridge can be yellow light. It doesn't really matter. I don't need to see see what I'm doing in the fridge. A yellow light's fine. Inside the back and the middle, because there's a middle section that goes all the way to the back. But it doesn't matter either. A yellow light's fine. So I'm happy with yellow lights all the way around, and even up to come off the rooftop tent. I'm happy with the yellow light at the moment. I think I would be. Just cooking, you've got to have white light, bright white light, and I bought this kit behind me. Sorry, pardon my back, guys. Now this is from Hardcore. I'm not sure where it's made. It's Hardcore lights. Camp Kit W4D. 4-bar orange white light cam kit. This is probably going to go in my kitchen area. So then I've got some white light. I can choose either white light or yellow light. I think there's 2 circuits by memory. I can't remember very well. I think it's 2 circuits. Bar lights are 40. There it is there. Bar lights. Oh, they're heavy. I'm getting old. Bar lights are 48 centimetres in length. We'll open them up anyway. They look okay. Oh, here they are. What's in the packet here, guys? 2 controllers, on-off dimmer switches, push button switches, 12 pole clips, so obviously designed to go on the pole, 2.5 metre extension cable, 5 metre lead with cigarette plug. It says 196 inches. Give me glasses. I think it says 196 inches. Yep, 196 inches. 5 metre, oh here we go, 5 metre extension cable, 3 metre extension cable by 2. By 1 and 2-way splitter. It comes with a splitter as well. Why you want a splitter, I don't know. 2-way splitter because you've got 2 circuits. Oh, you've got 1 cigarette lighter, so you need a splitter. So you've got 1 cigarette lighter, goes to a splitter, then it goes to each one controller, and then it goes to either your lights or an extension. So you've got 1 5 metre extension or 2 3 metre extension. Take your pick. So, we'll have to pick up this up from this side. And I think it's 3 colours. IP68 rating, which is pretty good. Current draw per 0.7 amp per bar. The 0.7 amp per bar will be I would suggest will be the maximum current draw. So if you have 4 bars, 7, 14, 20, 2.8 amps, which is quite a bit of light, 2.8 amps. It's quite a bit of current. I would suggest dimming that down to what you need. Now current temperature, you got 2,800 Kelvin, 3,400 Kelvin and 6,000 Kelvin. So 6,000 Kelvin is a slightly blue light, which will be okay. I mean 5,400 better, but 6,000 will be okay, slightly blue. 3,400 Kelvin is the colour temperature of a normal light globe, and 2,800 Kelvin is a fairly yellow sort of a light, so I'm hoping that won't attract a lot of mozzies with the colour temperature. I don't know, 2,800, somebody might know. I haven't experimented with this yet, so I don't know. The Murray will be good to fly around anyway. Wow, comes with the case. Comes with the case. Not that I think I need a case, because I think I might be hardwiring this into my canopy. And these are the lights, guys. It comes with a diffuser. There we are there. It comes with a little diffuser. There's 4 of those, and they're multicoloured, different colour temperatures on the. I can't open it to see what's in there, I don't think. Or maybe I can. Hang on. I better not, maybe. I better not, because I'll pull the cable off. I don't know whether that comes off or not. I'm not too sure. Oh, it does come off. It does come off. Anyway, 3 different colour temperatures on those lights, which I think will come in handy. Everyone knows what these little extensions look like. There's pole grips. I don't think they're going to fit my canopy very well. I think my canopy, the bars that go across the lid, inside to strengthen the lid, I think that might be a bit small. But if you have an annex or something, I think they're more designed for annexes and stuff like that, for the annex poles, rather than the canopy. So I'll work it out when we get there. We've got that. What I haven't found is the remote yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no remote here, guys. There is. I've got the cable. I've got cables in here, but there's no actual remote. Oh, here they are. Sorry about that. Yeah, here they are. There's one remote in here. God, they're tiny little things. I was expecting something a little bit bigger. There they are in here. There's the remote there. I can't see without my glasses. They're tiny little things. I'll look at my glasses. You've got up, down, on, off, and mode. So I'm assuming the mode you select what colour, temperature you want. On, off switch, and then up or down would be the intensity you would have. So they operate on both 12 and 24 volt. Output 12, 24 volt. Made in China. Okay, so this is made in China. In and out. Okay. So 4 pin out. Look, they're just lights are lights. To me, lights are lights as long as they do the job. My advice is, with lights, is put up the lights you need. Put plenty of, don't be afraid to put lights up. Put plenty of lights up, guys. Put it if you have to put 4 lights up in your kitchen, put 4 lights up. So you light up the area evenly. But turn them down. Turn them down because turning them up high is going to use a lot of power. Oh, I've got a sticker. Interesting, hardcore sticker. It looks like a glow in the dark one, doesn't it? It's all white. Okay, might be glow in the dark, I don't know. Because of the light fall off, as the distance increases, you use a lot more power if you have less lights than if you put more lights up and turn them down so that you can see. You use less current draw from your battery. Your battery will last a lot longer if you put more lights up than if you put less. So that's why I've got the 4-bar kit. And the 4-bar yellow and white, orange and white, whatever they are. So I've got 2 controllers. I'm not sure what that is. That's an extension, a short extension. It's a splitter, 2-way splitter. I don't know what that is. No idea. End caps for your connectors for these things. These little dingoes at the end. These guys here, I'm assuming they're end caps for that, so water you don't get water ingress. And a key, a couple of keys. Okay, so that's to lock up your, oh God, what would you want? What would you want keys for that? Anyway, comes with keys. If anybody wants keys on their little box, but it comes with a handy box. I don't know what I use the box. It's a nice box, guys. It's aluminium, a bit thin on the edges there. Look, I don't know. You might be able to use it for camping. Boxes never go astray when you go camping. Put it that way. Keeping spare bits and pieces in there. It's a nice box with nice dividers on there. I don't think I'll use it for my lights. I don't think it needed it. because what the hell will be hard wiring. I don't want to get to a campsite and start pulling out lights and things like that. I want to get to my campsite. I park my truck, I find a nice spot, I park my truck. I get there, my daughter gets there, she gets the ladder out of the back of the truck, out of the back of the canopy. And she, within the minute, she's got the, minute or two, she's got the a rooftop tent put up. Easy peasy, child's play, 13-year-old can do it. Even younger. It's very, very simple, very basic to put up a rooftop tent, a clamshell rooftop tent like that from the Camp King Industries rooftop tent company. They also make canopies and things like that too. Worthwhile having a look at their website. They make quite a lot of stuff now. But I like to get on site and be minimalistic. I've tried swagging it out. I enjoy swagging. I like swagging. I don't think swagging likes me. I swagged up on the Murray, and geez, my back was playing up something chronic. And I put it into the seating, and it wasn't the seating, it was actually the condensation coming through the ground, the cold coming through the ground, coming through the bucket floor. Even though you've got the King Swag on the bucket floor, the cold still comes through and comes through the mattress. It's got a nice 70mm mattress. It's still the humidity and everything that you get overnight. The cold comes through and gets you in the back. And because I have arthritic back, I have a very hard time trying to get comfortable when I'm camping. I need a lounge chair and lay back a little bit. The lounge chair helps out, but I think now with the rooftop tent I might be a little bit better and not be off the ground and get the transfer. Still got cold, it still gets cold because it's aluminium. Aluminium's a conductor of heat and so forth. But I don't think it'll be the same. I'm hoping it won't be the same anyway. I'm hoping I'll be able to enjoy it a lot better, a lot more. But anyway, I've got another package today. It's come through the mail. I got an email this afternoon, and they very vague. And I've been getting them before. I got some before, and they've been sort of like spam. Your package has arrived, but there was nobody home. Well, I've been home all day. I've been here most of the afternoon. But Dun & Watson package, and this is for, yeah, funny story. I bought the King's products here in Melbourne, oh God, I can't remember exactly what it was, might have been 3-4 weeks ago. And because of COVID here in Melbourne, the postage has been delayed, which is fair enough, you know. It's, instead of getting to you in 3-4 days, might get to you in 10 days, okay, we understand that. There's a backlog. There's a backlog. But I've ordered things from Queensland, and they got to Melbourne quicker. Coming through Melbourne, they want to have from Dandenong South to 60 kilometres away. It's taken 3 weeks or whatever it's been. I can't remember what it is. 3 weeks or more, 2.5, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is. And I get it. There's a backlog. They're understaffed. There's COVID, and there's this, that, the other. I get it. I'm not backing Australia Post in any way, shape or form. I think they do a great job. But I ordered this just a few days ago. I'll show you what it is in a minute. I'm hoping it'll fit well. From Brisbane, from Dun & Watson. I think they're made, I'm hoping they're made here in Australia. They're Australian made. Dun & Watson. And I bought these, and they're here in a few days, you know, from Queensland. Packages are getting here from interstate quicker than what they're getting from Melbourne. So, you know, and that's because people in Melbourne can't go anywhere. We have to order online, and there's been a lot of ordering online so that we can do things, get things done and do things. Otherwise, half the stuff we don't buy. Not that I don't know what to buy, they're up in Queensland, but you know, the bigger supplies here in Melbourne. Each time I go down the hill, I just travel and get it. Anyway, I I'll try and be brief with this. Oh, something's still they're not going to break. Okay, we're getting there a bit. Oh. Let's have a look at Dunn & Watson. I don't know where they're made. They look very nice. And these are 4.5 kilo. Oh. Okay. 4.5 kilo. It's going to take some brainstorming this one. 4.5 kilo gas bottle holders that I'm hoping to go on my canopy. Okay. There's 2 of those. I carry a spare and one that I use. Stainless steel, Dunn & Watson. I'm not sure what the diameter is. I'm hoping it'll fit, and there's an adjustment on the latch. I've said a latch with a lock. You can put a lock on there if you want to. Yeah, look, they're okay. They've been welded and ground back a little bit. Stainless steel welded. They're I don't know, there's no welding because there's pivots there. Yeah, no, look, they're okay. They're nice. They look a nice thick stainless steel. I'm not sure what size it is. It's around 3mm, 3.2 or something like that. 2 holes. Now, I might have to drill. I've got 2 holes there. I might have to drill another one there so that it doesn't. When you go for corrugations, you've got to go on corrugations. That's just going to rock. So it needs those 2 there, but it's also going to need one here as well on the back, I'm assuming. Oh no, because down the bottom, because the gas bottle is curved, and it's got a. So I'm hoping down the bottom I can fit a hole in there and put a bolt through, so that it's stable. It doesn't rock up and down when you're travelling on corrugations and tear out. So that looks okay. That one looks quite nice. The rubber's not too bad. There's a couple of scuff marks on there, but you know, I'm not going to worry about that between friends. What's a couple of scuff marks between friends? Have a beer afterwards. No, they're nice. And it's actually, if you have a look, I'll bring you a closer look in there if I can show you. It actually has an air gap in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll have a look on the back. See that? I can squash that. I don't know how I can squash that there. It's got an air thing on there, so to cushion it. In case your gas bottle is a little bit variable or something like that, I don't know. I mean, I would have thought a bit of rubber, and that should be okay. I don't know where they're made. It doesn't say to me where they're made. Look guys, I'm hoping it's made here. It's, you know, I'm trying to support Australian companies in these troubled times. Keep them afloat a little bit. Keep them afloat. We're trying to support local as much as we can. It doesn't have a stamp of where they're made, so I'm hoping they're made here in, I want this marks there, bending marks. I'm hoping they're made here in Australia. Anyway, that's a nice looking product. If you want gas bottle holders, stainless steel ones, because when they shake, if you get galvanised, the galvanised wears out, starts to rub off, because it's stuck to rust anyway. That's what I found with galvanised. Where they make contact, they rub, corrugations, vibrations, they rub, and the gal wears through. But these are nice looking brackets there. I'm assuming the hinge is stainless steel. Nice solid pin on the hinge. They're well, they look well made. I don't think this will be made in China. Not with a latch like that. That's a good solid latch. I don't think they would use latches like that coming out of China. I think this is made here. I can bet my bottom dollar. There's no markings on it, but I can bet my bottom dollar they're made here. Very well done, that unboxing. I don't know what else I have to show you at the moment. I'm not sure whether it touches on cables or not. My background is I'm an electrician by trade. I retired some years ago as an electrician. Dual trade electrical fitter, electrical mechanic, two trades, and I've also done an amount of electronics as well. Mind you, it's back in the 1990s, which is over 20 years ago now, and I don't know. This cable's not very, doesn't seem to be very flexible. It's a single core multi-strand cable. I don't know how thick the strands are though. When you buy a cable and you're using them in a, because I used to work for the railways, and mind you, railways, vibrations, locomotives. Imagine the locomotives, twin 16 cylinder diesels, what the vibrations you get from that. The cables you want a really highly flexible cable. This is a bit on the hard side, so that might fall apart over time. But if you buy cable, try to buy a cable that's really highly flexible. See, it's single core, but it's multi-strand cables. The more strands you get, the more flexible it's going to be. Really flexible, really vibrations, it'll take it really well. If you've got less strands in there, like your strands are quite thick, you're going to end up more prone to problems and vibrations into joints and so forth, because they're not so flexible, they don't vibrate as much. But we're hoping they're okay. We're hoping it's flexible enough. Should be flexible enough, this anyway. I'm not sure what size I will put that in, category I'll put that in, 4-6mm. Let's just bear with me. I'm going to grab a set of verniers and just measure those lugs. I've got a funny feeling they might be 4mm, but just bear with me. Back in a moment. Okay guys, let's have a look at these rather kick-ass lugs here. Yeah. I need my glasses because I can't see without my glasses, the verniers. Yeah, funny story. I was a youngster back at school. I went to a tech school, and my electronics instructor, electrical electronic teacher, back in I went to a tech, high school tech, whatever you want to call them, said to me, he says to the class, when I was younger I had no problems reading the colour code on resistors. Resistors come with bands, and they have a tolerance band and a colour code band to tell you the value of the resistor. When he was younger, he had no problems, you know, seeing the colours, and could tell you what it was and so forth. And he was in his 40s at the time when he was teaching this. At the moment, you know, he wore glasses because I can't tell, I can't see what the bands are. They all look the same. He's got glasses on, he's got to measure it with a multimeter to find out what the resistance is. And we just laughed, you know, I can see the band, it's, you know, red, violet, whatever. Doesn't really matter, whatever the colours are, we can see them, we can tell what the values are. He couldn't. I had some scouts, I was scout leader there for a while. We made some electronic circuits, and I couldn't see the values of the resistors anymore. I had to use a multimeter to, because I made a prototype, well, I'm not a prototype, but an initial so they can copy if they have to. But I couldn't see what values the bands were. I couldn't even see the LEDs have a flat spot on one side to determine anode and cathode. I couldn't see that either. I couldn't see those things. And my eyesight was just shot. It's just, I had to laugh. It's come back to, you know, karma. Shouldn't laugh at someone who can't see. Okay, let's have a look at what. This is 5mm, which is an unusual size, 5.1 Yeah, that's about, say 5mm. It's close enough to 5mm. Normally I would say this is a 4mm lug. 4mm, 5mm. 5mm is an odd size. I mean, if it comes from China, who knows, but try another one. Only got one type. 5 there. 4 that way, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7 that way. So look, I'd say it's a 4mm lug. Yellow's always been 4mm. And when we measure cable, conductors, I shouldn't say cables, they're conductors, because cable's a different thing. The conductor, we measure CSA, cross-sectional area. That's, and I've seen people come and measure like that, measure a cable like that and say, they call that 6mm. Alright, they call that 6mm, they measure outside 6mm. That's not 6mm cable. That's at best 4mm. You don't measure the insulation of the cable, you measure the copper conductor, the cross-sectional area. And what compounds cables even more is that they come in gauge sizes, American gauge sizes, or we use gauges here too, for sheet metal and for a for automotive cable I think is used gauge, but generally we use CSA, cross-sectional areas of cable. If that 6mm out there, chances are that, you know, you give a millimetre of insulation on either side, it's going to be 4. 4mm cable is going to be good for 1.5 is good for 10 amps. 10 amps. 2.5 is good for about 20-25 amps. 4mm I think by memory is good for about 32 amps. 32, maybe they can carry 40 amps. 32, 40 if it's 5mm. But I wouldn't carry more than 40 amps. Like I said, 40 amps with that cable. I don't know what size. I've just got a fuse in there. Hang on. Oh. You could take it for a short period of time. That fuse there is 80 amp. 80 amp fuse. I wouldn't use that fuse, guys. That's there to protect the wiring, not to protect. That fuse there came with what? Came with that fuse came with your battery, 140 amp dual sensing voltage relay, came in with that. I'm going to use it for the 50 amp one, for the smaller one, but that kit came with this one, guys. Continuous rating is 140 amps. There it is there. 140, if you're going to read that, continuous 140 amps, continuous. That cable is not going to withstand 140 amps continuous. No way. Absolutely not. You're better off getting welding cable, go to a welding joint and buy the cable from a welding place and getting a cable from there, welding cable from there. They're really thick, high, flexible cable. I would not trust that 140 amps. And you know, it's 140 amps, and yet it's an 80 amp fuse that they're giving you. So that 80 amp fuse, so you can't draw 140 amps on that if you've got an 80 amp fuse on there. I can't open it, guys, just bear with me. Yeah, is this supposed to... I know I'm getting old, but this is just ridiculous. I'm not getting old, but this is just ridiculous, guys. Get those muscles. Just bear with me, guys. I'm gonna have to edit this out. I can't do that. I'm gonna have to edit this out. Is there something in there or something? Let's sort of this. Shh. Screwdriver in there. This is what happens when you've been retired for 20 years. You get a bit soft. Okay. Okay, it's got a fuse. It's got an 80 amp fuse. So they're giving you a spare fuse. Guys, this cable ain't designed for 80 amps. It ain't designed for 80 amps. 4mm cable ain't designed for 80 amps. 4mm cable is designed maybe for 32. I'd be looking at that, guys. I'd be looking into that. And you got, yeah, okay, it's on the red. It's on the. I'd be looking at that, guys. That's the same size. It's 6mm on the outside, isn't it? Yeah, it's about 6mm. So probably makes it 4mm. 5 at the most. 4mm on the on the. It might be a gauge for weight, so it might be a bit over 4. If it's a bit over 4, it might be 40 amps, 50 amps at the most. It might be 80 amps. I'd try and downgrade. I mean, look, a battery isn't going to draw when it's charging. Isn't going to draw 50 amps. Isn't going to draw 80 amps. It's not going to draw that. A battery when it's charging, I think modern batteries, from what I've seen, might charge around, depending on the voltage of the alternator, 20 amps. I think they've give or take a little bit. It all comes down to the equivalent series circuit, equivalent R internal resistive circuit of the alternator and your battery setup and so forth. If it has a low resistive equivalent circuit, then more current can flow through. But if not, usually it's around 20 amps. It'd be lucky to get 30. I don't think you get 30. So I changed that fuse to 30. I'm not sure whether I can see what's inside there or not. No, I won't be able to see what's inside. 30, 40 amps. I wouldn't go any more than 40 amps. But half that. I would definitely half that fuse. The fuse is there not to protect your VMS, your voltage sensitive relay, your VSR. I mean, it's not there to protect your equipment. It's there to protect your wiring. Your wire doesn't burn down. So if that wire gets shorted down to earth, it doesn't start a fire. It blows the fuse. Look, if it probably shorted down to earth, you probably blow the fuse anyway. But if you start drawing in another application, different application, 50, 60, 70, 80 amps through there, you might find yourself melting that wire at 70, 80 amps and possibly causing a fire. Okay, it's rated at 105, I think, if I remember, which is a bit higher. 105 degrees, which means that it can take a little bit more heat. But copper has a positive temperature coefficient of resistance, and the hotter it gets, the more resistance it's going to get. So that's something to bear in mind. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be using it differently. I'm not going to use it. I'm not using it to charge my second battery. The second battery would probably take 20, 30 amps, 20 amps on average to charge. I'm going to use that on this. And I'm hoping it's the right size. It should be. It's a little bit bigger, but that should be okay. On what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to use it for the canopy. So the canopy can run off the alternator on the car rather than the solar panels and the AGM battery when I'm driving. There's no need for that. There's no need to be trying to rob the AGM battery. And it depends on the internal resistance of the. But you've got two circuits. You got. I might draw this up a little bit later down the track. You got a circuit for the solar panel. You got a circuit for the AGM battery. They're both power supplies. Whoever has the lowest internal resistance, they'll supply the most power to the canopy. Put it that way. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know. So better off just separating that. I think on a lighter note, that's it for tonight, guys. I might come back. I know I have to break this up into a few episodes. But basically, that's it. That's going to have to go. We'll have to replace the fuse on that. I don't like the 80 amp fuse. That's not going to hold 80 amps. Sorry. I don't know who thought that's going to hold 80 amps. Okay, it's highly hot. It's got a slightly, it's PVC, and I'm beginning to wonder. I mean, because a lot's changed in 20, 30 years since I did my trade and my apprenticeship and so forth. A lot of things have changed. There's no doubt about that. And little things like 100, going from a 90 to 105 degree, 600 volt cable. Well, that's just what it can. I'd be a little bit sceptical about that drawing 80 amps. I reckon you put that 80 amps through there, and then you might find that really starting to break down. I really would. I mean, you're welding at 90 on a stick welder, an arc welder. You can weld at 90 amps, and look at the earth cable on that. The return cable, nowhere near that. It's, you know, a lot more than what's there. The kick-ass high precision watt meter and power analyzer. I can put that if I want to between the canopy and my truck, and I can measure how much power is coming out of my into my canopy. I can measure with a battery monitor. I'm not sure whether that has history on the battery monitor or not. The King's battery monitor. I have to read through it. I haven't read through it. I don't think it has a history. I think it tells you how much current you're using and a differential. Like if you're drawing 2 amps out of the battery but putting 7 amps in, it'll give you a difference of a 2 and 7 and make it 5. So you're putting 5 amps into your battery, as an example. So it has a, but I don't think it tells you, it gives you history. You can buy a little Bluetooth device to go in your battery that connect to your phone if you're interested in doing something like that. But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Just be with me, just going to cut there for a second.